There's a truth many older men are beginning to discover. Youth has its charm, but it also comes with its own weaknesses, ones that only a mature and confident man knows how to read and make the most of. When a younger woman feels attracted to an older man, it's not just about looks or charisma. There are much deeper aspects that spark her interest. These are the very things you can learn to recognize, to connect in a truly authentic and powerful way. As a man with experience, you hold an advantage you may not have fully explored. The years have given you tools that, while they might seem second nature to you, can have a profound impact on the mind and heart of a younger woman. Maybe you've noticed it at some point, that curious glance she gives you, the deeper laugh when you speak, or even the subtle way she seeks your approval. These details, while not always obvious, are part of a genuine attraction to what you represent, a unique blend of serenity, confidence, and mystery that only someone your age can project. But the key lies in understanding those secret vulnerabilities you can awaken in her, knowing how to respond with intelligence and calm, without rushing or pressuring. This is where the real power of a mature man emerges, in that quiet confidence that doesn't need to assert itself, in that presence that doesn't seek the spotlight, but leaves a lasting impression. If it's your first time here, welcome. I'm Celia, and this is a space for life wisdom, where I help you uncover the nuances that most people overlook and connect from a place of authenticity. So, subscribe and turn on the notifications, because today I'll reveal the 7 weaknesses you can leverage to connect with a younger woman, all with the poise and elegance that only experience can bring. Let's get started. Number 1. The intrigue of a man who can't be fully deciphered. One of the deepest weaknesses a young woman may experience around an older man is the desire to uncover him. When you're the kind of man who doesn't reveal everything right away, who knows when to remain silent or leave a conversation with a touch of mystery, you ignite an uncontrollable curiosity within her. Unlike younger men, who tend to be more direct and predictable, you carry a sort of puzzle in your personality, a mix of silence and carefully chosen words, calm gestures, and contained glances that she can't fully figure out. This isn't about playing hard to get, but rather about knowing how to pace what you share. Think about it. Every time you choose not to disclose everything, when you keep certain personal details to yourself, you invite her to lean in, to wonder what lies behind each word and pause. The more this intrigue grows, the more space you create for her to feel genuinely attracted. It's an intellectual and emotional pull, born not from what you show, but from what you choose to keep for yourself. Psychology reminds us that mystery is one of the most powerful forces of attraction. The human mind struggles with voids. When something isn't entirely clear, we instinctively try to fill the gaps with our imagination. In this case, every time you leave a blank space in how she perceives you, you give her the opportunity to idealize you, to craft an image of you in her mind that goes beyond words. So, my friend, allow yourself to be a man who doesn't lay it all out at once. Share your experiences, but hold back some details. Let her feel there's more to uncover. Because when a man doesn't fully reveal himself, he becomes an enigma. And believe me, for a young woman, that intrigue is a weakness that's hard to resist. Number 2, the irresistible serenity of a man who doesn't chase. As a mature man, you've learned something many younger men have yet to grasp. You don't have to chase to attract. That calm, that serenity you exude by not rushing to seek the attention of a young woman the way an inexperienced man might, creates a natural and magnetic attraction. She senses in you a powerful tranquility, a confidence that doesn't rely on impressing or forcing anything, and that energy is utterly captivating. You see, youth often comes with excitement, but also with haste. Younger men tend to show an eagerness to win the approval or interest of a woman. But when you carry yourself with a calm attitude, making it clear you're at ease with yourself and feel no urgency to gain her attention, you're sending a message much stronger than any compliment or rushed display of interest. You're telling her you have everything under control, that you don't need her validation to feel secure. This self-assurance reflected in your patience and the subtle indifference you project awakens a rare kind of fascination in her. It makes her wonder why you of all people can maintain such composure and distance in a world where everyone seems desperate to stand out. And instead of losing interest, she feels drawn to get closer, to try and understand what lies behind that serene confidence you radiate. She wants to capture your attention precisely because you're not chasing her. Remember, my friend, your experience is your advantage. Allow yourself to be the man who doesn't need to run after anyone or anything. Let her feel your tranquility. See in you someone who knows how to value each moment without hurry or anxiety. Because for a young woman, that inner peace, that self-assured calm, is something only years can build, and it's incredibly seductive. Number 3, the strength of prioritizing yourself. One of the greatest assets of a mature man is well-cultivated self-love, the kind that makes him value his time, his space, and his well-being above all else. For a young woman, meeting someone who doesn't invest all his energy into seeking approval or impressing others, but instead focuses on caring for himself, is an unexpected weakness that sparks deep interest. When a man prioritizes his peace and understands that his time is priceless, he exudes a confidence that speaks volumes without needing words. Unlike younger men, who often try to prove their worth through external validation, you've come to understand the power of focusing on your own needs and maintaining balance in your life. You've worked hard to build a life you're proud of, and that means you're not about to give up your time, space, or peace for just anyone. You choose carefully who you let into your life, because only those who respect and value your journey deserve a place by your side. This respect for yourself has a magnetic effect. A young woman, used to men vying for her attention, quickly notices that you're not there to please, but to be authentic. Your life is full of projects, interests, and moments you cherish, and she sees that you have no need to drop everything for someone else. For her, this is like discovering an unshakable fortress. The man who takes care of himself, who chooses himself first, is a man who radiates worth and authenticity. So, continue prioritizing your time and well-being. Show her that for you, every moment matters, and respect for your space is non-negotiable for any meaningful connection. That self-respect you've cultivated is the true foundation of your power, and when a young woman senses it, she feels compelled to earn her place in your well-rounded, carefully tended life. If you're enjoying this video so far and realizing qualities in yourself you hadn't fully considered, don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button to support this content. Stay with me until the end, because the most powerful insights are still to come. For those truly committed to understanding how to project your value and wisdom authentically, I have a final reflection that could transform the way you view these connections. Tell me, what country are you listening from? I'd love to know. Let's continue. Number 4, the mastery of not saying it all. One of the most intriguing qualities for a young woman is a man who knows when to speak and when to stay silent. As a mature man, you carry a wealth of life experience and stories, but you've also learned that not everything needs to be shared right away. This ability to pace your words and memories is one of the deepest ways to captivate her, because it reveals that there are layers to you, so much more than meets the eye. It's not about being secretive for the sake of it, but about understanding that mystery is a way of enchanting her, inviting her to uncover you slowly. Instead of recounting every anecdote or laying out all your achievements at once, you offer just glimpses of who you are, enough for her to sense that there's much more beneath the surface. This sparks a natural curiosity in her, a desire to keep exploring and discovering, because she perceives you as a man of depth, someone not easily unraveled. Psychology tells us that when someone holds back certain parts of themselves, it ignites a need in others to fill those blanks and dig deeper into what they sense. In this case, every story you choose not to tell becomes a mystery she'll want to solve, every silence an invitation to learn more about you. This way of communicating, without revealing everything up front, projects a confidence and emotional control that few possess. So, my friend, let her approach you at her own pace. Let her feel she's uncovering a man with a rich story, one who isn't there to lay it all out immediately. Because when you become that enigma, when you show her that you don't need instant attention and can keep parts of yourself reserved, you offer her something no complete story ever could: the desire to know you deeply, to uncover the parts you share only with those who truly value you. Number 5, the confidence in knowing your own worth. There's something profoundly attractive about a man who knows his worth, not because he flaunts it, but because it's evident in every decision, every step, and every word. For a young woman, encountering a man who doesn't compare himself to others or succumb to insecurities is captivating beyond anything superficial or physical. It's that genuine confidence, built over years of experience, that makes her feel you're on a different level, and that's where her weakness for you begins. Unlike those who strive to stand out or compete, you've learned you have nothing to prove to anyone. Your history, your successes, and even your failures have given you an inner stability that shines through in everything you do. She notices it when you don't react to every provocation, when you choose your words calmly, or when you step away from conflicts unworthy of your time. This certainty, this ability to act from a place of self-worth, shows her you're at peace with yourself, and that generates an authentic, profound attraction. The psychology of attraction tells us that self-confidence is one of the most magnetic qualities, as it demonstrates you don't depend on others to feel complete. For a young woman, your stability and the calm strength you project are both refreshing and intriguing. Many of the men she's encountered are still chasing validation or trying to fit into molds, but you are different. You're a man who knows who he is and what he deserves, and that makes her want to get closer, to understand the source of your steady, serene power. So, my friend, continue honoring that confidence in yourself, that peace that comes from knowing your value. Without needing to prove anything or compare yourself to others, you show her that your worth is solid, something she can only discover if she truly earns it. Because, for a young woman, true attraction comes from seeing a man who, through all his experience, has become someone whole and at peace with himself. Number 6, the conscious choice to protect your personal space. A man who values his personal space and protects it intentionally sends a clear message. He has a rich, fulfilling life and isn't willing to give his time or energy to just anyone. For a young woman, this is a compelling weakness that sparks her interest in a unique way. It shows her that she can't have you at her beck and call. You choose who gets to share those precious moments you hold dear. Unlike men who are always available, you've learned to guard your time and be selective about who you allow into your life. You understand that your space and activities are valuable, and this independence, this ability to not constantly seek attention, creates a powerful attraction. By not always being there, you give her the opportunity to feel your absence and realize that having you close is a privilege she must earn. This approach reflects a principle often highlighted in relationship psychology. Those who value their own personal space project greater self-confidence and are perceived as individuals with full, satisfying lives. A young woman, accustomed to effortlessly gaining attention and interest, quickly realizes that with you, the dynamic is different. You set the pace. You decide when and how to share your time, and this makes her want to try harder to earn access to the part of your life you don't give away freely. So, my friend, keep protecting your space and don't be afraid to choose carefully. Show her that your life is meaningful as it is, and if she wants to be part of it, she must respect the timing and boundaries you set. In the end, that respect for your personal space shows a young woman that you're a man who values himself, knows how to choose wisely, and is in control of his life. And for her, that confidence and self-care are utterly irresistible. Number 7, financial stability with clear boundaries. Many would say financial stability is the most important pillar when it comes to attracting a young woman, and yes, money can certainly catch her attention. Unlike a mature woman who often values deeper qualities, A young woman can be easily dazzled by a life of comfort and luxury. But here's the key truth. Financial security alone won't get you very far if you don't possess the other qualities we've discussed. Because, my friend, money might buy you pleasant moments or fleeting pleasure, but it can't buy authentic affection, genuine admiration, or real interest. You've worked hard for what you have, whether it's a lot or a little, and you've earned it through effort and dedication. You've reached a level of stability that allows you to live peacefully without the pressure of proving anything to anyone. Most importantly, you have a well-defined character and clear boundaries. This, while it may initially seem like a challenge to her, ultimately drives her wild. She can see that you won't easily give in or hand over everything just because of a pretty face. When a man has firm boundaries and doesn't waste his resources indulging every request, he projects a self-worth that's rare to find. You're not motivated by instant gratification, nor are you swayed by superficial attention. If she truly wants to be with you, she'll need to work to earn a place in your life, into the comfort zone you've carefully built for yourself. She knows you won't be swept away by whims or give in to every demand, and that firmness is precisely what draws her to you. Because while money can open many doors, what truly sustains interest and connection over the long term is the combination of independence, wisdom, and boundaries that only a man with experience possesses. She'll see that you don't need to impress with gifts or material gestures because you have something far more valuable: respect for yourself and everything you've built. So, stand firm in your boundaries and continue to value what you have without playing into games. A man who knows what he wants, who respects his time and his resources, leaves a far deeper impression than any fleeting gift or grand gesture. For a young woman, the real attraction isn't about what you can give, it's about who you are. At the end of the day, dear listener, what truly defines us isn't what we have, but how we choose to live and who we decide to share our moments with. The qualities we've explored today, from tranquility to self-love and self-respect, are what truly create meaningful connections, the kind that enrich your life and bring you peace and fulfillment. Remember, money might open a few doors, but it will never be the foundation of an authentic connection. What a young woman seeks in a mature man goes far beyond the material. It's the calm you inspire, the value you place on yourself, and the assurance that you won't yield to whims or pressures. When she senses that inner strength, that ability to make choices from a place of serenity, she realizes she's met someone different, someone who knows how to lead his life and safeguard his peace. I want this to be a space for reflection, where we can discuss these important topics openly, but always with respect. Here, we go beyond the surface, exploring the subtleties of life that aren't always easy to express out loud. Because every change you make in yourself, every act of understanding, every lesson learned, is reflected in the quality of your relationships and the well-being you radiate to those around you. If this is your first time on the channel, I invite you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. You won't want to miss the topics we'll be covering next, because I promise not only to surprise you, but also to help you better understand those complex emotions that make us human. And if you've made it this far, it's because you're committed to your own growth, and that's something I want to acknowledge. So, to see who has truly connected with this message to the very end, comment with the phrase, "I love wisdom," and let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to know who's sharing this journey with me. See you in the next video.